That's the fucking
up?
smoke sesh.
The sesh is
With-
here.
Yeah, smoke pot, boy.
Oh my God. CPS is going to get called on you and your wife. Not great. Not off to a great start.
Oh boy.
All right, James, go play on the
Go,
trampoline, buddy.
go play in traffic, James.
Oh, come on.
Sub to my YouTube channel, James Pervellis, and make retarded videos.
There you go.
There you go. That's,
All right.
That's my son.
All right, now that he's gone.
All right,
Weed
James.
every day.
Oh my
James.
God, James, stop.
Okay, fine.
Holy shit. CPS is on their way.
Andy, thanks for jamming some IB, man. We appreciate that, brother.
Fuck yeah, it's the smoke sesh with Chris and Chris.
Chris and I were just jamming some new IB upstairs in the
Yeah,
Riff
we wrote
Lab.
some sick shit today, dude.
Yeah, dude, it's coming out
It
pretty
sounds
good.
like Falling Down meets Siege in the Clouds to me.
Siege in the Clouds.
Siege in the Clouds. Jerry era.
I know it.
You
I
wrote that song.
I wrote that song. So
Fuck yeah. What's going on, everybody? It's fucking Saturday.
it's about the Battle of the Chosin Reservoir in Korea, by the way.
Oh, yeah?
If you didn't know.
Chosin?
Chosin. Chosin. It was a very, really brutal battle during the Korean War. Anyway, that's what Siege in the Clouds is about.
No, right? It's Saturday. It's the 20th, I believe.
It's the 18th or 19th, you idiot.
Oh.
It's the 19th of September.
Great. My birthday is in a week, guys, so if you guys want to start sending me some stuff, that'd be great.
Do you
Send me
know?
some fucking weed. Send me
do
some
you know
cartridges.
that your birthday?
Size 12 Jordans, 3s through 5s. I'll even take 6s.
I don't know if it's next week
A
or
Breitling. I really want a Breitling. I really want a new watch.
Breitling.
Yeah, I really want a
How
new
about a
watch.
Tissot? I'll get you a Tissot.
I can do with a Tissot.
All right, I'll
Or
get
a
you a
fucking
Tissot.
Tag Heuer.
A Tag Heuer. What are you, John Travolta? No, he likes the Breitlings, I think.
John Harvey. It's not that cold here, but it'll be cold. It'll be chilly at night. It'll be like 45, 50 at night.
Yeah, it sucks.
And I just like wearing a hoodie because it's comfy, you know.
And it's a Soils of Fate hoodie.
So it's a hoodie that Chris designed, actually.
I did that album cover.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
right.
it's one of my favorite albums of all time. That song "Crack" is
Crack.
top 5 death metal, slam death metal, whatever you want to call it, of all time songs to me.
I am drinking.
John Harvey, how hot is it in Vegas right now? You tell us, baby. What is that?
This is Balvenie Doublewood 17-year-old. God damn it, it is fucking good.
Now that's bourbon or whiskey?
This is Scotch.
Ugh,
So it's whiskey.
Christ.
It's good. So. Oh, here we go. It's already started,
Hit
Chris.
me.
All right, so today we decided to have no guests.
Today, by the way, we're always sponsored, as usual, by Brutal
Brutal
Glass.
Glass.
BrutalGlass.com, BrutalGlass.com. Got my 7.0 Tony Keel Cthulhu.
So today we decided, Chris and I decided, it's been a rough week for me. I will explain later.
Oh, yeah.
We decided to have no guests this week due to what
We
was
also
going
couldn't
on.
find one. We also kind of spaced by like Thursday, but
Well, no,
Here's what
actually,
it
we
is.
had 2 people on the hook, and I was remiss in getting back to them because.
I wanted all eyes on me this week, you know?
Yeah, well, you deserve it. Anyway, so this is the IB Q&A, and the first question from the Q&A has already popped up, and I was going to ask Chris this because he
Oh, boy.
created a little controversy on the internet this week
Oh, no.
because he said he hated the Deftones. So what's your beef with the Deftones? Because somebody
The
actually
vocals,
asked.
the song structures, there's zero payoff. It's not heavy. Even their heavy stuff when they were like a Korn, Limp Bizkit band, shove it. That's not fucking heavy to me. And I'm not saying that you have to be death metal to be heavy either. That's not what I'm fucking saying. It's just this weird, formless, payoffless music.
Okay,
There's no payoff to it.
right.
And
I
I've seen
gotcha.
him live a few times. I've seen him open up for Metallica, boring as fuck. Seen him open up for Alice in Chains at the Garden, and they were actually good. I don't know if it's because I was on a handful of different pills, but they were okay. It was pretty good. Diamond Eyes era. I like that song, Diamond Eyes. I'm not gonna lie, I like that song. Literally every other song I've ever heard is a.
So do you consider?
I'm like, what is that?
So do you consider it like dumb art rock kind of
It's
crap?
wannabe smart guy shit.
Right. Okay.
It's smart guy music for people who actually aren't smart people.
Okay. I got you. It's
like,
pretentious
I
bullshit.
drive a Scion, and this is my favorite band.
I got you.
Ugh.
I got you. It's pretentious bullshit.
Right.
All right. So, Jacob, I don't know if I'm pronouncing your name, but thanks for watching from Chile or Chile, whatever. We appreciate that, brother.
Tom Morello's from Chile, right?
Yeah, we hope one day to get down to Chile. We
Me
love
too,
South
man.
America.
God damn it, I love the women down
We played Colombia, and that was great. It was
there.
had a fucking great time down there.
Yes, sir.
Anyway, so whatever. So so Mark, I I wish I remembered your your letters and stuff, but I wrote millions of letters back in the '90s. But thanks for watching,
To
brother.
Danny Filth.
I did write to Danny Filth.
I know,
wrote.
that's why I'm bringing it up.
He actually sent me a "Jesus is a cunt" shirt, which is pretty cool.
J is a C.
J is a C, and I got a shotgun shoved in my mouth pretty much for wearing that shirt in Michigan.
Wow.
We don't take too kindly to shirts like that around here. That's what I was told.
It is controversial.
With a gun pointed at me.
The first time I ever saw that shirt was actually right up the block at old None of the Above Records, where you and Sean Bell used to work.
Yep.
Shout-outs to Sean Bell. I think he's listening. OG internal bleeding driver and merch man, who is now my best friend and my boss at my
Did
day
I ever
job.
tell
And,
you? Did I ever tell you about the kidnapping of Sean Bell?
Yeah, I think he was thrown in the
Okay.
van. It took him for like a month, right? Pretty much
So
just
we
put him
played. We were playing in San Francisco one night. This is about Sean Bell. Sean, if you're watching, I know you remember this. We're on tour. We're in San Francisco. It's our first tour with 6 Feet
Tour
Under.
or tour?
Tour.
Ew.
So anyway, IB, Immolation, 6 Feet Under. It was a great tour. Anyway, I think it was Sean Bell, of course, found an arcade that he wanted to go to.
Of course.
Video games, like a real fucking arcade.
He's a gamer.
Right.
Or he was.
And
We actually have a Mortal Kombat 3 arcade machine
yes,
in
you
our
do.
office. A real
Yes,
one.
you do. And so we rolled up. I think it was me, Anthony Miola, and Frank. I can't remember, and Bill, and I think Brian and Sean were in. Anyway, we roll up in the van at like 80 miles an hour, skid in front of the fucking thing, fly open the cargo door, run into the arcade, cover Sean Bell's head with a pillowcase, carry him out, and we were like, "You're never going to see the light of day again." We carry him out and throw him in the van and speed off.
Right in the middle of his
Right.
game of Revolution X?
Yeah, something. That was great. Anyway.
Wow. All right, we got a bunch of questions rolling in today, man. Holy shit. I don't even know
Yeah,
where to
thank
begin.
you for all the questions. We're going to start answering them now.
Larry
So-
Foreman from Jack Pipe says he's got a shirt for me for my birthday. Hell yeah, man. Bring it to the office, the studio. To Full
Larry,
Force
I
Studios.
love...
Oh, my
oh,
God. dude.
sorry.
I did not realize that your drummer was in the Death Kids back in the day.
Speaking of Jack Pipe, I think you guys put out some of the funniest fucking ads ever. That's all I'm going to say.
All right, but I actually heard some of their new music, and it wasn't jokey. It was like pretty good riffs and stuff. It was pretty
No, it's all good stuff.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
just put out really funny little memes and stuff like that. I love it, Larry.
cool.
Awesome. Yo, Timmy Becker. What's up, man?
Timmy,
How
you get
doing?
that Suffo shirt or what, Dougie? Oh, yeah, you did.
All right, so give us non-Long Islander. Melanie McGrew asks, give us non-Long Islanders a real feel for the status of Long Island venues due to COVID. How do you see the future playing out in terms?
Well, already our second biggest venue on the island, Revolution, has already shut down permanently because of it. So, yeah, we're fucked, man. We got that little place, Shakers, that holds smaller shows. And they've been getting away with doing some acoustic night shit, not charging for tickets. And I think there was a hardcore show that charged for chili dogs a few weeks ago and got busted on metalsucks.com or some horse shit.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
I don't know if it was a safe idea or not, but maybe it is. Who knows? Yeah, I mean, all we have left is pretty much the Paramount, and that's too big of a place for us. That's for like Volbeat, Megadeth, and shit. So now we only have AMH left, which is too small
And they're
for most bands. I mean, it's fine for us and shit,
they're hanging on by a thread.
but like, you know, when a band like Crowbar or Dying Fetus, somebody rolls through there or some shit, and there's no back room to change at, it's not the fucking greatest place in the world, but that's really all we got left.
Yeah.
Sucks ass. Hopefully
Sucks.
somebody comes through with a nice club in the next year or two here on the island, somewhere in like the Huntington area again, or you know somewhere on 110, halfway into the depth of the island, Suffolk-Nassau border, and
Timmy got the shirt, by the way.
that's what's up, dude.
All right. So anyway,
But yeah, hopefully something happens in the next year or so. But yeah, everything's kind of fucked right now, dude. It's actually frightening. There's no place to play.
yeah. So
Not like we can, but there's really no place. And the
Sucks.
one place that we could have a good time is gone. Last show I saw there was Spite and Varials. And it was actually a really great show. And it was on March 5th, I think right before this horse shit even went down. Maybe it's 7th. I think it was the 7th. A couple days before everything started getting shut down.
the only place we play,
That's it.
the
Sober,
only
boys.
yeah, the only place we play, the only place we play now is up in my bed, up in my office where me and Chris write the next album.
Yeah, we're writing that shit.
And it's
So,
coming along.
we really made a point in the last week or two that we have to utilize the rest of this downtime, however long it may be, to really commit some shit to wax.
Yeah.
We didn't. We
Yeah.
kind of wasted a lot of
Well, I think both of us had. So, but
this
wait.
crazy writer's block. I was dealing with some depression shit.
Me
I'm dealing-
too.
Yeah, you know what I mean. Like, and I don't feel inspired. And I'm not saying that to fucking garner sympathy. I'm just saying, like, I don't feel inspired when I'm in that mind
Right,
state.
right.
And like,
But it
everything
looks
I
like
do right
it looks like we're coming out of it.
sucks ass. You know what I
Right,
mean?
yeah,
Or like,
yeah.
even if it was good, I was just erasing it. You know?
And also, I think you and I we're pushing each other to be different, better, more. I don't know, just
Yeah. Well, I don't want
better.
to. I don't want to work on something all night and then show you the next day and have you not like it or be like, that doesn't sound like IB or it's not cool. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to focus on it really being sick and deliberately IB. And not like last album where I was like, this could go either way with Without Remorse and Eternal Bleeding. I want songs to be strictly IB shit.
Right,
You know, like,
I got it.
yeah.
It.
So, but it takes a lot longer than just doing it. You know what I mean?
We're
Like
working
we
on
said,
it,
we
though.
can write a song in 10 fucking minutes. That's going to be okay.
Yeah,
It's not gonna be
I don't
great.
want that.
You know what I mean? Like,
I don't want that. And who knows? I might be dead next year. I mean, I'm 52, so I want to make sure I get all the ideas that I've always wanted to put into an album. So, you know, whatever. Yeah, Matthew, it's cold in New York. I'm getting a little pissed off.
it's not that cold. Chris is just,
I'm getting really pissed off because car season is ending, which means my Barracuda is going to end up in the garage for 6 months, and I'm not happy about that at all. I will get it out tomorrow morning and go to a car show, and that might be the last one. You never know.
So at 4 a.m., I'm going to get the move your car out of the goddamn driveway text.
Well, that's because you come into my driveway stoned and you forget to move your car out.
Well,
when
what
I
I've
tell
said,
you
like, I usually have, like, a pizza, or I have, like, a couple bags of groceries or some shit, and I'm like, let me park next to the fucking house for a minute.
Excuse me, I hate to do this. Hey, babe. Hello?
You want me to shut the door?
No, we need that gate open for the dog.
Oh.
Anyway.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we need the gate
Well, anyway,
open
sometimes
for the
I
dog.
get,
My
yeah,
poor
sometimes I
dog
just
can't get out.
I get too stoned and I forget to move the car.
I know.
So
Well,
that's that.
you have your fair warning that don't park in the driveway today.
All right.
All right. Oh, Andrew, you're in Wisconsin? I mean, is the cheese frozen over there?
Still 100 plus in Vegas? Okay. I want it to be like 85, dude. Like,
No,
I don't
I'm
want
down.
100.
Bro, yo, I am down for 100 plus in Vegas. I'm just telling you.
That's brutal.
Yeah, Larry, they're saying 70 to 80s next week. I hope so, man, because that'd be great.
I'm like the only fat guy that likes it hot, though, man. I wish it was hot every day.
Sofiane, bonjour, comment ça va? From
Oh,
France.
look
What's
at
going
that.
on? Yeah, I speak French. Je parle français très bon. Hey,
Je
babe.
m'appelle Robert.
Oh, anyway. Love from Jersey. Thank you, guys. All right, so let me get this out of the way right now. It's been a rough week for me. On Tuesday, my mom died. I didn't tell anybody. I told Chris, but I haven't told most of my family. I haven't told. So it's been a really rough week. I really loved my mom, and she was a great fucking woman. She lived to 85. She had a great life. She was very successful. Couple of things about my mother that I would like to share with all of you guys. I am a stubborn, driven, I don't give a fuck what you say about me kind of person. I got all that from my mother because my mother never gave a shit about what anybody thought of her. And she climbed her way to the top of the corporate ladder in the 1960s when supposedly women couldn't get anywhere. And my mother's attitude was, I'll just kick everybody's ass. And that's what my mother did. She was at the top of the chain of Bloomingdale's in the 1960s and 1970s. And I was so proud of her for that. She kicked everybody's fucking ass. She didn't take any prisoners. And she never liked the band. She always wanted me to be a lawyer. until a big giant picture of me showed up in the New York Times.
Wow.
And then all of a sudden, IB had some legitimacy. And after that, it was pretty cool because we talk about the band all the time.
It's a good feeling.
It was great. And I know it's kind of cheesy that's what my mom needed to get recognition for me, but it was a big deal, man. I love my mom, and I'm going to miss her. And I have fond memories of being a little kid. All right, last story. I was a little kid. This is the 1970s.
Yeah.
You know, when I was a little kid. And I'm sleeping or whatever, and I hear all this noise going on, right? Fucking loud as hell in the house, and I'm like 5, you know, whatever. Stumble downstairs, I'm rubbing my eyes, I'm like, what the hell's going on? I look out, my dad's at the oven flipping flapjacks, right? Drinking, and my mother's like dancing on the kitchen table, smoking cigarettes, and her friends were there, everybody was there, partying their fucking asses off. And I will never forget that. And so, anyway,
That's awesome.
rest in peace, Mom. I love you. I always will, and you're always an inspiration to me. All right, enough with the sad shit. I'm done with it. Anyway,
It's cool that your parents were supportive of the death metal.
my
stuff.
dad, my
Well,
dad,
yeah, because my mom isn't still either at 35 years old.
yeah, but your dad is.
My dad is. He drives us to the fucking airport every time
Right,
we have to go
right,
to Europe or
right,
some shit
right.
like that. He loves the shit. He bought me all my first guitars and shit. And
Right.
He's always, where are you going next? He was going to fly to fucking Dublin when we were supposed to play there with
That's right.
Decapitation. We canceled it. But so that's really cool that your parents were supportive.
Yeah, now I have no parents, so it's a little bit weird not having parents.
You're the boss now.
I am truly the boss, and now I have to take care of settling my mom's estate, which is a little fucked up. But life goes on, you know. I mean, my kids are gonna go through it. Hopefully, I live at least another 30 years, but we'll see what happens. Anyway, all right, enough with the sad shit. We got questions to go on.
All right, hit me.
What do you guys got?
I got a question for you. Ready?
Oh boy.
If you could play guitar for any band ever, who would it be? Period.
Fuck, really?
Yeah.
All right, well, if Tony Iommi died and Black Sabbath asked me to play guitar, that would be my dream.
Right, I figured as much.
I would grow my fucking mustache, I'd grow my hair out and do that.
And they'd be like, "Oh yeah, Tony's still here."
Right, yeah. I would that would be my dream gig, but being that I can never replace Tony, well, I couldn't replace anybody. Slayer maybe? I don't know. That's a great question. That's a great question, but I'd actually I'd actually want to play in a band where I can make like a weird difference. So I would say like 9 Inch Nails or Vast.
Oh, cool.
Or Ministry.
All right.
Or something like that where I can add my influence to music that I already like.
All right, cool.
So that would be my answer.
Interesting.
But it sucks that you hate the Deftones.
Sucks ass.
Oh,
It's atmospheric, man. I'm like, is it?
all right, so Ronald asks about IB's equipment. We run pretty straightforward. I'll go my rig, and then Chris will take his rig.
I play the bong.
Right. Chris plays bong. That's all you need to know. I play a sitar, and we're done. No, I play either PV51 PV. What do I play? 6505 plus. Sorry, I'm a little drunk. I play a PV 6505 plus, or I play an Invective, depending on which I feel like using. I use an ESP guitar, and the only thing I have is a wireless guitar thing and a noise suppressor. And that's
wireless guitar thing.
Whatever.
And that's
that's
why we're at where we're at in this
Right.
point in the game.
Right.
What kind of guitars again? For those of you that out there that don't know?
ESP.
No, but which ones? Which models are you fond of?
Well, I change.
Because I know.
I'm very fond of the Horizon right now.
Sure.
But I'm starting to like my M1 that I like a lot now, which you haven't really played. That's the single pickup.
The black one?
The black reverse
Oh yeah,
headstrap.
I only played that once or twice.
I'm starting to love that
That's
now
cool.
because that's what I practice guitar on because the action's kind of high on that. So
Which is the one I have downstairs? What the hell is that one?
That's the E2 M2.
Oh yeah, I love that one.
Yeah, the M2 is a nice guitar.
Yeah, I like that one at home. But on stage, I play the Explorers, the EX models. I got 3 or 4 of those. I have a few that from ESP proper and a few from LTD proper, and they're all pretty much the same. The LTD 401, the white one is probably the best one for your best bang for your buck out there. It's like $800, and it plays like a $2,000 guitar. And I've brought it all over the fucking planet and dropped it and smashed it and thrown it in the air and it stays in tune somehow. And same amp rig as him, 6505 plus PV, EVH 5153, PV triple X. Got them all, so it depends on what I'm feeling, which band I'm playing in, and just kind of what I'm feeling at the moment. Got a couple Marshall cabinets too. Got a couple Vader cabinets, the OG ones that Suffo gave us back in the day, or gave me back in the day. That's it. I want some new gear soon.
Yeah, me too. I'm always hounding for new gear. I'm gonna search for the
The new
perfect.
BC Riches are sick. I can't deny it. People don't like the abalone in them, but I like those fucking Shredzillas, the blue ones.
Yeah, those are pretty cool
They're
looking.
really neat. Might want to get one of those just to fuck around. I want to I'm sorry, Gibson Flying V, like a real Gibson Flying V one of these days, a white one, you know.
Gibson quality is just in the toilet.
Yeah, I want a used one, like a '92 or something like that. You know what I mean? Like
Dude, I had a Gibson Explorer, a real Gibson Explorer, and literally the polyurethane. I played a couple of shows with it. Actually, if anybody has one of the IB 7 inches, the Invocation of Evil 7 inches, the white one, I'm playing. There's a picture of me playing a real Gibson Explorer, and literally the fucking polyurethane melted in my hands. It was such a fucking piece of shit guitar.
wow.
And I paid a ton of money. I saved up a lot of money to get that Explorer because I always wanted one, and it turned me off on Gibson.
Wow.
Yeah. So anyway, Larry, yeah, the VH140C. Chris and I were actually talking about bringing that back. I have one. I actually have two, but they don't record well. They're great live. They just don't record well.
Right.
But we'll figure it out.
Right.
Right. So anyway, we got some questions. What is the most sought after food when on tour?
Wow.
So now I know what it is for Europe. I don't know what it is for America.
Well, I mean, In-N-Out's always fun. Obviously,
Right,
Because
so-
that means you're nowhere near.
I think it's a regional question.
Yeah, Bucky's when you're in Texas. Or
Right.
What's that other one? Torchy's tacos.
Torchy's
banging when you're in
tacos is
Texas.
bad. Europe,
But I
it's
mean, like a
always a
good-
doner kebab
Yeah,
from the
I was gonna
street.
say some sort of sick ass kebab.
Street food,
in
yeah.
Europe, some sort of weird thing.
Right.
Some sort of weird cased meat.
Yeah, I love a good case.
Honestly, anything when you're on tour though that you can. That's not a bag of chips or Pop Tart. You know
right,
what I mean?
yeah,
Like
yeah. Or cold
anything.
cuts.
You know what I mean? Anything that's actually hot that you can eat with a fork and knife when you're on tour, you're like, holy shit, silverware. This is phenomenal.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't think I used silverware for 7 weeks in one point in my life. And I sat down at my parents' house when I got home from tour, and I was like, oh yeah, cutting food. We haven't done this in so long.
Okay, Chris, what's the and so Andrew asks,
Okay.
what is the greatest tour you've ever been on?
Wow. I don't know, man. The first time I ever went to Europe was really, really sick, just because it was like a mind fuck. Japan tour is the best shit ever.
I'm going to say, do you call that a tour?
Best trip ever? Yeah. I mean, the best tour ever? But
Best
maybe
tour.
the Vader tour.
That's mine.
You know what I mean? Like, so much riding off of it after Billy stuff. And there were so many
Hey,
insane
babe, can you
shows.
open the fence?
There were so many insane shows on that
The
tour.
gate.
And we made so many sick friends. And a lot of my life changed on that tour. For better or for worse at this point. But
I think
significant.
I think the Vader tour was my favorite too. That was a whole lot of fun, and I've been on a lot of tours, and that was my favorite. But favorite trip was either Japan or Indonesia. I'm gonna go with Japan because I ate so much goddamn udon noodles. It made me so happy.
Food-wise, Japan was the greatest experience of my life.
Yeah, yeah. It was.
Ryan and I, after we played in Osaka, we went out on an adventure. You know, we were like, we have to sit down and get sushi. You know, we were going to go to the most authentic looking fucking place we can. So we had a few drinks at the fucking club, and we took off. I brought my fucking vape pen. I got my vape pen to Japan, dude. Remember that? So we were getting lit, and then we found this tiny sushi place. Then we had a blast with the fucking locals, and they bought us fucking fugu. They made us eat the fucking puffer fish and shit, and they were buying us rounds of drinks and shit. And it was literally the best dining experience of my life ever. I think about it every day.
So
Incredible.
AJ asks, what are your favorite Australian bands? I'll tell you right now, my favorite Australian band is Blood Duster. Fucking love Blood Duster. So
Australia?
Australia. We hope to go to Australia, man. I got to tell you, I'm very speaking of Australia, I'm very fascinated by the Australian military.
I like the Berserker. They're from Australia, right?
I think so.
Yeah, I'm going to go with the Berserker.
All right, he goes with the Berserker. I go with Blood Duster, and I go with the Australian military, who's always had America's back, even in the Vietnam War. It's actually fascinating to read about. Anyway,
How'd they get here?
I don't know.
Planes? Yeah, I guess.
I don't know. Who knows? How is the invective, Caleb? I'm still learning the invective. It has so much potential. I think it's a great amp.
It sounds awesome.
Yeah,
Every time we play it, it sounds awesome.
It sounds great, but there's so many settings.
Yeah, I don't think we've mastered all the crap in it.
I'm a simple guy. Like I want a 4-band EQ, you know, volume, tone, whatever, and gain. But the Invective has a lot of shit, but it's a great amp with a lot of potential. And the great thing about the Invective is the clean channel sounds amazing compared to the 6505 Plus, which is really brittle sounding. So that's the big, to me, that's a huge advantage because I like to play a lot of blues stuff. And the Invective works in that space. So,
Cool.
yeah.
Yeah, we got to get better with that thing.
What's up, Todd? How you doing, brother? Thanks for watching.
Todd Bridges?
Maureen, yes, I was very sick when I got to the Vader show with the Vader show in Chicago. I felt like shit. I don't remember what was wrong with me. I don't know if I was drinking too much the night before.
Where was that, Reggie's?
The Reggie's. Best chicken wings in Chicago. Chicago. You like Chicago, right?
Oh, yeah, it's a great town to play in.
Great town.
Usually excellent shows, great people there, great food.
GB, yes, Psychroptic's amazing. I just like Blood Duster. I can't help it. I love Psychroptic, too. They're insane musicians. I mean, I don't know what else to say about them, but I don't know. I like Blood Duster better. I guess there's a little more humor to it.
You know, fuck with that doodly shit.
I know. Anyway, yeah, you're welcome. So, wow, okay, here's an interesting question from, let's put it up on the screen, from Ronald. What is your routine before gigs? Chris, you go first.
Try to drink some water, try to drink some coffee, stretch my calves out, stretch my fucking forearms out, stretch my fingers out a little bit, you know, do some fucking push-ups or some shit.
Okay.
It's about drinking water though, you know, for sure.
I'm kind of the same, except I spend a lot of time on stretching. I'll take at least 20 minutes to stretch before I go on stage. These old bones and muscles don't like being on stage, so I got to really stretch them out. So I do a lot of stretching. And recently, over the past couple of years, I've been doing a lot of warm-up. I'll spend 20 minutes just warming up on guitar and stuff like that.
Kyle showed us this fucking crazy stretch thing where we like bend over and touch the floor, but then our palms are flat on the floor, and as we raise our knees, our palms are flat on the floor.
That fucking hurts.
And it feels like
it
like unfolds you from the inside out. But
yeah.
it fucking works, man. I feel like it unlocks my fucking forearms here, but also my lower back and my calves and my thigh. You know what I mean? It's weird. It's like this whole thing that makes me go. I'm like, oh wow.
So Matthew Deflimit says there can never be too much humor in metal, and Matthew, I agree with you 100%. I don't understand.
I don't think the songs should be funny though, unless you're a funny band. Like, dude, do people want to hear a funny internal bleeding?
No, but it should be fun.
I'd be mortified if there was a funny dying fetus song. Next.
Right, but
you know,
but it should be fun.
But I mean, like, I know that
fun
there's
is a different word
levity.
than funny.
I know, but there's a difference between I know the cats that are like us and our friends, and the cats that are like this with their vests and the patches at the back of the show. That's not funny. Nothing's funny. That's stupid. We're not those folks.
No, we're definitely not those
You know what I mean?
folks. Actually, we probably make fun of them on stage. So, okay, Guy Marche, guitarist extraordinaire, asks, favorite chord?
Power chord on the second fret.
My favorite chord is an E7 diminished, or any diminished chord. But I love the E7 diminished, or E7 flat 9, which is the Jimi Hendrix chord. Fucking love that chord. That's the chord that opens up Purple Haze.
Taki's right though. There are funny dying fetus songs, and I hate them. You're right. Now that you mention it, I hate them.
It's Tashi.
Those songs.
It's Tashi, by the way. He corrected us last week. It's not Taki.
You sicken me.
He's not a snack food. Right. Actually, Matthew, right. A sense of humor. Not necessarily comedy, right? I mean, we have a sense of humor on stage.
Yeah, you've heard my fucking stage manner and shit, and fucking Steve's stage manner, and Joe Marchese's stage manner, and Frank Reaney's stage manner, and Jerry's stage manner. All comedic fellas, you know what I mean? Like,
Guy, you're a liar. Okay, I know your favorite chord is a power chord. Technically speaking, a power chord is not a chord. It's an interval. You should know that. I'm sure you do, but so whatever. I'm both wrong. Oh, Tashi, I tried, man. I tried.
Toki.
He told us last week. I thought I got it, but I guess the bourbon's got me.
Toski.
Any cool Chris Barnes stories from the '96 tour?
Yo, Chris Barnes is the man. Whether you like his vocals or not,
Yeah,
the guy's the
dude.
man.
Chris is a good dude. Chris treated us well. I mean, we have some. Chris was never bad to us
Yo,
at all.
There's
But
motherfuckers that don't like me, dude. Like, not everybody gonna like everybody.
Chris is
Not everybody gonna like everybody.
Chris was always a good dude to us, and he was very supportive of us when we toured with them.
Tossie. Okay,
Tossie, all right, whatever.
that makes sense.
I hope you're enjoying your day off, Tossie. I saw your post that you have a day off. You better be drinking right now. That's all I know.
They on that legal shit in Vegas, Maine.
Guy, you're right. Okay, without a power cord, there's no power. You're right. But technically speaking, without electricity, there's no power. So,
Right.
right.
Oh, excuse me.
Glad you're feeling better, Guy, by the way.
So good, by the way.
Yeah, what is that crap?
I've been on a Hatebreed kick, so I felt like having a monster. Also, speaking of Hatebreed, I was expecting you to ask me the question back if you could play guitar for any band.
Oh,
It's Hatebreed.
it's Hatebreed?
Yes.
You play with Hatebreed.
That's
Okay.
like the level of talent that I'm at.
Oh, stop.
You know
You're
what I mean?
way
Those are
better
the
than that.
No. Dude. I mean,
Come
those are
on.
the songs I love. I have a haircut that fits with the band's aesthetic.
What about the drugs?
I don't know if they do drugs. I probably do more drugs than Hatebreed combined.
I was about to say combined. Look out, duck! Guy, you remember? Do you remember when we were driving home from Ohio when we said that we wanted Jerry in the band, and it was raining, and we were driving down the road, and there was a duck in the middle of the road, and we were going, "Look out, duck!" And we ran over the duck and went.
No.
No. There was no way, dude. It was pouring
I
rain.
understand. Okay.
And there was a poor little duck in the middle of the road, and we were boxed in, left and
No.
right. We couldn't swerve out of the way, and we all like closed our eyes, and you heard the duck bounce underneath the truck. And then we had a whole joke going after that, going ba-doo.
It's terrible.
That poor duck.
Algie has the best inside jokes, though.
That poor duck. But that show, when we come back from Ohio, is when Guy and I and Billy decided that we needed Jerry in the band because he was playing with a band called Body Farm.
Yep.
And he was so fucking sick with Body Farm. He like took over everything. It was amazing.
Jerry, that era of internal bleeding for us, you know, the Pure American Fury era into Onward to Mecca, is really the reason that Without Remorse, my original band, even exists. It made, because we were friends with Jerry and Frankie Mitz, and we were like, all right, if these fucking guys can do it, you know what I mean? We can fucking do it. And we tried to, we pretty much emulated Onward to Mecca era IB at that point.
That's funny.
And, you know, we looked up to those guys and the IB name as gospel. And, it, you know, here we are.
That's so stupid.
Yep.
Hey, Jeremy, man. Cheers, brother. I got my Balvenie 17. You got your
That was full like 5 minutes
I
ago.
know. You got your Macallan 12. Love you, man. Cheers. Anyway, Harold, I wanted to say what's up. Harold Burton's a loyal watcher.
He is, huh? No, I
thanks
know
for-
the name. I recognize the name.
Thanks for watching, brother.
Cheers, man.
Appreciate it. Oh, yeah. John Daniels. Let's put that up. Let's talk about that show remember that show we played with Despised Icon at
I was actually just thinking about that show today. Did a band called Left Behind open up?
I think so.
Because they're pretty good. I heard them again recently. I think it was on Spotify. I went, it was pretty good.
That was a great show.
Yeah, it was a sick show. Shout out to Despised Icon.
AMH has some great shows, man.
And somebody else awesome. Who else fucking played with us?
Was it Vomit Forth?
Maybe.
If you guys don't know Vomit Forth, you got to check them out.
Nah, they're great.
They're fucking great.
Nah, they're great.
They're great.
Great
We
kids,
got
too.
so many questions here. I got to go through this all.
Great young fellas.
R.I.P. Revolution.
Sucks. Place was awesome.
So Ronald asks,
Snuck in so many times.
how do you start writing a song?
All right, so come up with something like this in your head. And go and figure out how to play that on the guitar. And then find a drummer that can. And then do that forever.
Okay. I actually don't write. Well, I write, but I wake up with fully formed songs in my head all the time.
Insane to me.
I wake up in the middle of the night. I'll have a whole song done.
It's true. I've heard them.
Right. I'll have a whole song done, and then I'll show Chris, and Chris will say, hey, let's change this. Let's do this. Let's try this. And then the writing process, like, that's where the writing process really starts. I wake up with fully formed songs. I don't wake up with a riff in my head. I wake up with a complete song in my head, and I write it, and then I put it on my computer, and I do everything, and then I bring it to Chris, and Chris will say, hey, let's change this, let's try this, let's change this tail, let's do this, and then him and I go back and forth, and next thing you know, a song is written. That's how we do it.
And next thing,
it's not
next
as
thing
easy.
You know, we have a bunch of negative YouTube comments
Right.
saying how I ruined internal bleeding.
That's not true. Shut up,
brother.
Oh, so that's how we start writing a song. But sometimes Chris has a riff, and he says, I got a riff, and then him and I will go upstairs. We'll get that riff going, and then it snowballs from there. So we both have a different writing process. Mine is subconscious, and Chris is conscious. He sits and jams on the guitar until he gets a riff, and he hears something in his head, and he tries to figure it out.
Right.
Where with me, it's already in my head, and I know what I'm going to do. So it's just a totally different process. Mine happens in my sleep and in the shower. Those are the only two places it happens. It's really weird. And my wife wonders why I take like 2-hour showers. She's like, you were in the shower 2 hours. I'm like, yeah, but I wrote a song. So
2-hour shower.
Did a couple other things too.
I believe it.
So
Andy Sang.
Is Andy
Sang
watching?
Song asks, what other Long Island bands from back in the 90s that people probably wouldn't know would you recommend? Well, I'm not going to start in the 90s, but I am going to go back to the early 2000s, I'm going to say, Without Remorse and Revenants. Then I will also go back to say Repudiation. Then I would also
420.
go back to say 420. Then I go back to say Punch Your Face, which is the Onward to Mecca guys hardcore band that Billy was in around the same time as the Onward to Mecca.
And I believe, did Doug Bone play with them for a little
yes,
while?
and me and Doug Bone were also in that band for a little bit.
Right.
And there are so many goddamn sick riffs and parts that I think a lot of you guys have missed out on.
Another '90s band that not a lot of people know is Necrosis from the '90s. They have a.
How about this, man? Ready for this? Popped in my head the other day. Grotesque Euphoria.
Grotesque Euphoria was great.
Yep.
Corpsicle.
Copremisis.
Oh God, yeah, there were a lot of great Long Island bands.
They were from
back
Queens
in the
though,
90s.
or the Bronx, but they were sick.
Yeah. So there was a lot of good
Partisan
stuff.
Turbine, hell yeah, I loved 4 out of the 5 members of that band.
Kyle, yeah,
One of them's getting the fucking hands next time I see him, but
Oh,
4 out of
boy.
the 5 I like.
Entorchment was great. They were so great that we managed to take their bass player, Jay Carbone, for a little while.
Right.
He was in the band. Then he joined the Marines, and then he was in an episode of Hawaii Five-0, if you didn't know. So.
And I was a badass motorcycle racer.
Yeah. So. Oh, some people saw Jerry on the 6 Feet Under tour. That's awesome.
Hell yeah.
What else we got? We got a lot of stuff. We went through that.
I love Jerry, man. He's so funny. He's so mean and funny.
Oh yeah, Jerry can be really mean. I love how.
Me and him used to work at a restaurant together. We had a fucking blast.
Nicholas, one day I'd love to see you guys and hang out with you guys. Don't you live around? Does he live around
You
here?
haven't seen us, man? Aren't you a Long Island guy or a Queens guy?
Yeah, dude. I think you're.
And I smoked you up at a fucking show in the city, maybe Obituary or Power Trip or something. I was smoking weed outside, and you went, "Hey, man, are you in Internal Bleeding?" I said, "Yes, I am." And then I handed you a joint, and you went, "Oh," and I said, "Enjoy." I believe you're the same fella.
Tashi, I think I pronounced it right. Yes,
Sounds right.
They were Exuviate first, and I think some of the guys from Exuviate are now in Day of Doom, which is an awesome band that you should check out if you haven't checked them out.
Oh yeah. Huh?
So, blow me. So how do you guys think about this fall weather? Do you like it? Do you not like it? Are you happy with it? I mean, I know
I'm okay right now. Next week will be okay. Week after that, it'll start to suck. And at night, it's already going to start to suck.
Yeah.
Like, this is fine.
No, it's not. I'm not happy with it.
But I want an 85 every day.
Yeah, I wanted 85 every day, too. Did a member of Entorchment do vocals for you guys? Because I know a member of Repudiation played. Did a member of Entorchment? Might have done, Tim Petitas might have done backing vocals on one of our songs. I can't remember. I'm fucking old. Tim was the vocalist for Entorchment. I can't remember if he did backing
What town are
vocals.
they from?
Long Beach, I think. Well, that's what I would say. Long Beach, Massapequa area.
There's like 40 miles between Massapequa and Long Beach, by the way.
Matza Pizza. I don't know.
No.
You know.
Pretty good. I'm going to All American Burger later. You said now that you said Massapequa, fuck.
Are they open?
Yeah, they're open till like 10 or 11.
I'm gonna make some brats for dinner tonight.
No, maybe I'll stay here.
What are you guys having for dinner? Yes, Maureen, you're absolutely right.
That's the worst part. When it
That's
gets dark
the worst
early.
part.
Right,
Here-
getting dark early is so depressing, man.
This is the comment of the day. It's getting darker outside too early for me. Absolutely true.
Yeah, that's a fucking
It's
bummer, dude.
depressing as fuck. I
Ooh.
hate waking up in the morning and it's dark.
I got
It's
those.
bullshit.
You felt the power of my fucking seat warmers in my new car, though.
Oh yeah. that's
Oh man, I
fucking-
can't wait for my fucking butt cheeks to melt into that Tensa barrier leather or whatever it's called.
Dolph, cheers to Switzerland, brother. I'm not sure I'm pronouncing your first name right, but I know who you are.
Dolph Ziggler?
Yeah. Giesler. I don't know how to pronounce his last
I
name.
love Switzerland, man. Probably the most beautiful country we've ever been to, for sure. Picturesque horse shit there. The
Best coffee.
I'm a big dairy fan.
Yeah, they had.
So
oh my God.
yeah, the milk there, the fucking chocolate milk there, the ice cream there, every fucking thing has a weird cheese platter. They gave us truffle honey.
Yep.
That's like $60 a jar over here. I like scooped it out in like one shot with a fucking spoon. It's fucking incredible.
First time we played in
Place rocks.
First time we played in Switzerland, and you weren't in the band. We flew Swiss Air, and we were flying home.
Wow.
And we were having coffee, and the creamer was so good. It was like this Swiss creamer. We fucking raided the back of the airplane, and me and Jay Liff and Billy stole like 1,000 things of Swiss creamer to take home. It was so fucking
That's
good.
sick.
So anyway. Oh, Armin, are you watching? I don't know if Armin's watching, but if you're watching, Armin, you're the man, dude. Where's Slam Jesus? He's a Swiss guy, too.
Shout out to Sean Bell, Forever Dark, Last Resort Records.
Is he watching?
He is. He just checked in. That's my boss and my best bud. We have a fucking eBay and an Amazon store. It's the Gore Store and the Gore Store NY, or Gore Store NY on Amazon and eBay. We have an insane amount of heavy metal and horror movie and comic book and pop culture toys and posters and comics and T-shirts in our store. So check that out, man. And fucking tell him Chris sent you.
Okay, here comes a good question for Chris McCarthy.
Oh, brother.
Here it comes. There you go.
Uh-huh. Biggest crowd I've ever played of, not in fronting clowning festivals. Okay, so not counting festivals. So
Not counting festivals.
So, you know, not fast, and what's the other one? Indonesia had thousands and
no
thousands of
good.
people.
No good.
Biggest American crowd, maybe? There was, like, Orange County, California, maybe like 1,000 people at that one club.
Yeah, that was
Malone's
pretty
or something.
Yeah, that was pretty
We
sick.
us and Vader.
Yeah, that
And
was
there was like
pretty
1,000
sick.
people that we just absolutely leveled.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, like 1,000 people in a fucking club, but like other than that, we get, you know, we're a fucking club band, man.
Yeah. There was another question. They're coming so fast I can't keep up with them, but here's another one for you, Chris. And this is an important question. What burger did you have on National Cheeseburger Day?
Was that yesterday?
Mm-hmm.
What did I have yesterday?
Christine, love you too, sister. I hope to see you soon. Chris doesn't know what...
Sacrilegious, dude. I actually got wings yesterday.
You got wings? What the fuck?
I
It was
worked till
cheeseburger
I worked
day.
till mad late, and I wanted Wingstop so bad for some reason. It's
Oh,
just hitting me.
God.
I'm gonna make up for it tonight, though, Andrew. I think I might drive out to either All American or my favorite place on the island, Burger City, which is like All American on crack.
So, Thomas asks, what does your wife think about death metal in general? She doesn't really like it. You know what? It's funny. My wife and my dad had the same exact opinion of death metal. You guys are such incredible musicians and play with such precision, but I just don't like it. That's she admires the precision and the work that we put in to play super tight and do meter changes and tempo changes on a dime and stuff like that. But it's not her thing. Her thing is country music and pop. You know, that's just her thing.
Well, there
So-
you go. Oh, excuse me.
Joey Marks asked, did we ever play Lindy's on Bourbon Street in Concord, California? I don't think so. I wish we did, but I don't think.
Concord, California.
Yeah, I don't. Is that where the grapes come from? I don't know.
Flight of the Concord.
So Sean Bell says, I'm going to call Sean Bell out.
Oh.
Sean Bell says, stop bitching about it getting darker. It's not metal. Sean, Shut the fuck up,
Listen.
or I'm gonna fucking kidnap you again. Just because I'm old doesn't mean I
Sean
can't
isn't
lift you up
aware
and throw
of
you in a fucking van.
Space or time. He lives in he literally lives in a black hole that he's built for himself in his basement. A star that's collapsing in upon itself in a mansion. in the basement of the most beautiful home I've ever seen, and he doesn't leave it, and nor should he have to. But that's what he's chosen.
Guy writes, I have Bill singing on Fed Up. Did you ever hear the Fed Up tape?
No.
Okay, so Guy and Bill did this side project called Fed Up, and they had a little logo that looked like FedEx, but instead of FedEx, it was Fed Up.
I think I've seen the stickers.
And the song, I just remember the chorus, Fed Up with your bullshit. I just remember that. But yeah, so, oh, God damn it, those were good times, Guy.
I miss Billy, man. He was the best, dude.
Oh, look at this. This is a weird question, and I never thought about it.
Hit him.
Is there any reason IB albums always have 9 tracks? I know Voracious Contempt is the only exception with 10.
I never noticed that. That just seems like the right amount for this type of music to me. And, right? That seems right, right?
We never...
8 seems too short. We don't have songs that are really rarely, I mean, except for, I don't know. It just seems right.
It was never a conscious effort to say we're going to do 9 songs, we're going to do 8 songs. We do whatever we feel like the album should be.
Like, who the fuck wants to hear 14 Eternal Bleedings?
Yeah. Stephanie, bonjour, comment ça va? How's things in Canada? Love your sister. I love speaking French. I never get the chance to speak French. So
they say it's the romance language, right?
It is the language of romance. I know nothing of romance, but it is the language of romance. Hi from Russia.
The bromance language.
You guys didn't know we go live? Well, now we go live, Spasibo, thank you for watching.
Yeah, we love Russia, man. We got to play there once in Moscow, and it was one of the sickest shows and trips ever, man. And we got wrecked off of 9 Lakes vodka, I believe.
Oh, my God. No, yeah, 5 Lakes.
5 Lakes?
5 Lakes vodka.
A couple of lakes. And it was one of the funnest, sickest trips ever, dude. And I'll never fucking forget that, man. Billy was there. That was fucking awesome, dude.
Okay, so
Joey
Marks asks, any Frank Rini stories? Listen, I've got 10 million Frank Rini stories.
Frank's coming on the show one of these days, so.
Actually, you're going to hear about that in a couple of minutes.
Oh.
Okay, so here's, I'm going to keep out some details because I don't want to cause shit, but here's a fun Frank story. We got a little bit of an argument at a club.
A bit of a scuttlebutt.
A little bit of a scuttlebutt at a club about merchandise sales. The bouncers at the club wanted to collect an exorbitant sum of merchandise money from us.
Right.
And this is back in the early 90s when Frank benched like fucking 500 pounds. He was a monster. And Frank walked up to the bouncer and he was like, you want the fucking money? Come and fucking take it. And Frank just like flexed and the fucking guy backed down. I'll never forget that. It was the greatest. And we pocketed like $4,000 in merch that night at that show, and we didn't pay the club shit.
Why would you?
No, because they didn't do anything. If they sold our shirts, I would be glad to give them a percentage, but they didn't even sell our shirts. They just wanted a percentage of our shit when we did all the work.
Right.
Fuck that. Sorry. Go to hell.
I understand when it's necessary, and I understand when I'm like, I know we're being scammed here.
Yeah. Frank will tell us some stories when he's on the live show, and it will be soon. So, oh my God.
Oh, yeah, huh?
Oh, Brian Fisher wants 14 songs on an IB album. Ain't happening, dude.
You got to write the next fucking 6 of them.
I'll be bored. I'll be bored by 8 or 9. You know, I mean, I just don't think a death metal album should have 14 songs. That's just me. Unless you're like some kind of tech band or something. But I just, you want to hit somebody hard as fucking hell, and you want to get out, and you want them saying, God damn it, I want another song. You know, and that's how you leave them. You always leave them wanting more. Jerry Seinfeld said, always leave on a high note. Right. You know, always leave on a high note. Never overdo it.
Sean Bell says he used to sneak the merch in his Jenkos.
Yes, he did. Remember that show when we used to pile merch in your Jenkos, everything? 20 shirts on everybody to sneak it in? Yeah, those were good times, man. Oh, my God. We got a lot of fucking questions.
Best Sabbath song.
Wow. Wait. What was your favorite moment at the Milwaukee Metal Fest?
Okay.
and then I'll get into the favorite.
All right.
My favorite moment was not a musical moment. My favorite moment was when Ray LeBron literally punched somebody so hard that he flew 12 feet across the floor. Because this fucking vagrant piece of shit was bothering Ray, and Ray was being a gentleman. Ray was like, this was 1999. Ray was being a gentleman. It's like, leave me alone, dude. Leave me alone. And the guy kept bugging Ray for $1 or whatever, and Ray just laid back and fucking punched this guy. Dude, I've never seen somebody fucking fly in the air. Dude flew in the air, up in the air, and fucking landed right on his head. Fucking passed out. They took him out. That was my favorite moment. I have to tell you. I mean, all the shows were great, but that was I laughed so fucking hard.
Pretty cool.
God almighty. That was fucking hilarious. God almighty. There's just so many questions. I can't.
So I think Andy Sang asks favorite Sabbath song or best Sabbath song.
Oh, favorite Sabbath song. That is tough. I'm going to go for... Okay, I'm going to give two, because these are my two favorite Sabbath songs. Wheels of Confusion, off of Volume 4, first song on Volume 4, probably has like the most amazing transition into a heavy riff ever, and Lord of This World. Because the end of Lord of This World, the interplay between the drums and the bass and the guitar, the space that Tony Iommi leaves for Bill Ward and Geezer Butler to fucking go off is just like unfucking believable. I mean, it's just it shows you that these guys were like playing every fucking day, you know. So those are my two favorite songs. End of story.
Nice.
Yeah, yeah. Megalomania is great, but you know, you can't get me to fucking ask what my favorite Sabbath songs are, because I like everything except Changes and Solitude. I think those are the only two Sabbath songs I don't like. So anyway,
Changes. You don't like Changes?
I'm going. I like the black guy. Have you ever seen the black guy? I forgot his name. Do the version of Changes with the horns and shit. It's amazing. Sabbath should have done that. But
all right.
Hey, it was the first heavy metal ballad, so credit to Ozzy and the boys for doing that. But otherwise, I don't like that. Oh boy, this one's for Chris. I'm not going to answer this one.
Mm-hmm. I think headless guitars are stupid as hell. Like, unless you're like, all right, this is going in my backpack and I'm going to play on the street corner and busk for $50. Sucks ass. They're stupid as hell. Why change now?
See, this is one of the reasons I like having Chris in the band. He's unafraid to give an opinion.
Oh my God.
So,
and plus, nobody that owns a headless guitar can fight me. So.
Yeah, I don't think Paul Masvidal could fight you.
Oh, you know what? I do like Cynic, though. You're right. He did have the headless guitar first.
He's a great guitarist.
OG headless guitar
But
guy.
you would kick his ass.
Oh, I'd knock him in the next Tuesday. Honestly, he probably knows like BJJ or something like that. Would fucking choke me out.
Yeah, probably. Do you have a favorite Overkill album?
No, Overkill stinks.
I agree with him. I don't like
The
thrash.
vocals stink!
I don't like thrash.
Stupid.
Sorry.
I actually love thrash, but I like tough ass thrash. I like Demolition Hammer, nasty good Testament, the real good Sepultura albums. You know what I mean? That's the shit.
Like bordering on death metal thrash.
I don't really like pizza thrash.
Do you
Anthrax is stupid. You know
Anthrax sucks. God, Jesus fucking
stupid.
Christ.
Shit's stupid. It's fucking
Worst.
poodle hair music.
Right, worst. So that's an interesting question. So, but you're a thrash guy. I mean, you're a Metallica dude, and
Love Metallica, love Slayer, love Testament.
Metallica's tough as fuck.
Tough Metallica is tough as fuck.
Right,
you know what
right,
I mean? Like,
right.
Demolition Hammer.
Right.
First 4 Sepultura albums.
Okay.
You know,
Go ahead.
Destruction,
Creator.
Sodom, Creator. But even then, they're not as good as the American bands and shit like that. You know.
No, right. I understand. I was never a thrash guy because this beat.
But Demolition Hammer's the best. Like, they're the sickest.
They are the most brutal thrash band ever.
That's what every thrash band should sound like. Like, why don't they? You know what I mean? That's what it should sound like.
44 Caliber Brain Surgery is one of my favorite songs.
Toughest shit ever, dude.
And I don't like thrash.
It's the toughest
and that's
shit ever.
That's one of my favorite songs. Here's a good question, and I'll give you a good answer. Have you ever covered a Black Sabbath song? If not, would you consider it? Okay, so here's some interesting things, GB.
Ooh.
At the end of Extinction of Benevolence, if you listen all the way through and don't let the CD stop, there is a drunken jam. There's a drunken Black Sabbath jam that's a complete mess that we left on the tape. So there's that. And then during the Jerry era, we used to do a medley of Black Sabbath songs in the middle of our set. We used to do Into the Void and one other song, and we'd combine them together and do that like in the middle of our set. So yeah, so we did it, and maybe we'll bring it back. Who knows? But we did do it. So, oh, that pot. Oh yeah, John Daniels, dude. Sadist, Swallowed in Black is a great album. That is a fucking brutal thrash album.
Want a little taste?
No,
How'd you do after that little hit last week?
no, I was a little high. So we're not going to tell anybody because I have clients watching. Okay, Maureen asks, do you own a record player or a cassette player? Metal is coming out on all platforms, so there is a lot to collect. Do you have a record player?
I lost it in the divorce. That was my last one. And I left one at my old apartment for my buddy Seth to inherit because I thought I was getting a new one when I moved to Queens. And I left that one there. And now I don't have one. But I have like 100 records. So I haven't listened to a record in a year and a half. But, and no, I don't have a tape deck at the moment. I don't really collect them. If I ever go to like a store.
Do you have vinyl at home?
I have like 100 vinyls
at home.
downstairs.
Do you have vinyl
I have like 100
downstairs?
vinyls downstairs. But if I don't really collect tapes, unless a band will give me one, or I collect the IB stuff when we make re-releases, and like if I go to the fucking store, I'm looking in the used section for Metallica singles and stuff from back in the day, and I'll just buy those if they're a couple bucks. I like having those on cassette, all the Black Album singles and shit. It's fun to have.
Now, I don't want to sound morbid, but now that my mother and father are dead, I've come into an amazing Scott stereo system with a turntable and a cassette player, an amp, an actual amp, and a tuner, all tube, left over from the 1960s. So
You tubing up?
Now I have a complete stereo system, so I can listen to some of my vinyl. Because I still have all my original Black Sabbath albums. I'd like to listen to them on vinyl again. So
start tubing
thanks
up.
to Mom and Dad for that.
Not inherited, that would mean they died. But my Uncle Steve gave me a bunch of OG original press Rush records from the 70s and 80s.
Oh, that's sick.
So I'd like to listen to that on a vintage system.
Oh, Chris, here's a good question.
Hit me.
This is an important question.
Yeah.
Very relevant, very important, close to your heart. 3, 2, 1.
Okay. Joey Marks asks, my favorite wrestlers? Rob Van Dam, Shawn Michaels, Big Van Vader, AJ Styles, Undertaker,
Okay.
Chris Jericho, Pentagon.
Ivan Putski.
He's all right.
All right.
Roadkill.
What about Superfly?
I liked his later work.
His wife killing.
Yeah, I'm a fan of his later work.
Oh, okay, so here we go. You ready, Chris?
Yeah.
This is a good one. Here's a good question because I know Chris is gonna fucking say something funny.
Iron Maiden is the gayest band in the history of music. Like, I know Rob Halford is actually gay. Iron Maiden is somehow gayer.
Iron Man's the embodiment of gay.
They just stink. They fucking stink.
Okay, I'm gonna disagree with Chris a little bit.
And Judas Priest rules.
The first 2 Iron Maiden albums are godly. After that, I just don't like Bruce Dickinson. Number of the Beast is okay. At least it still had a little of that punk rage to it, but after that, it just got too boring. Sorry.
Oh, yeah, John Daniels says Stone Cold Steve. How do I leave Stone Cold off that? He's the fucking man. He made being bald cool.
And he's funny.
And he's hilarious.
His podcast is hilarious when he talks about making drinks for people and shit.
He could not be cooler.
Yeah,
he's like the coolest
I think
he was fun as fuck to watch, dude, and entertaining as fuck. Not necessarily the greatest wrestler, but I mean entertaining, top 5 ever.
You turned me on to his podcast.
He's the man.
He's a hilarious dude, man.
But I was thinking in ring guys when they asked, guys that actually like, the real wrestlers. Austin is a wrestler, as real as it gets, but he was more entertaining than outside the ring than he was in the ring. You know what I mean? All the other stuff, the bringing in the beer truck and fucking tormenting Mr. McMahon, that was all way more entertaining than his actual matches to me.
Okay, that I understand that. Here's a question that I don't know if I understand.
Okay.
Do you go for optic do you go for optic sound or with I don't even
Optic
understand.
or for sound with our guitars, the way they look.
Sound, 100%.
I mean, obviously, I like to play the Explorer because it looks cool, but I wouldn't play one unless it produced the product that I wanted.
But what if you had
So I've had like a shitty, $250 one when I was younger. That is obviously not as good as the $1,200 one that I have now, and it sounds and plays. I'm like, this is what I want. So
I-
yeah, it works.
I kind of like
There's
having
probably another guitar out there. The M2 that I have downstairs is probably the best sounding guitar. And we recorded with the Horizon. We recorded the entire album, right?
yeah.
With the Horizon with the Hetfield pickups. Not necessarily the coolest looking guitar, but that sounded the
It
best in the
sounded
studio.
amazing, right?
But
yeah.
live, we're not doing too much dynamic shit. So as long as it crunches hard, so I got my fucking EMGs and I'm good to go.
Yeah. How many? Okay, so this is for both of us.
Oh brother.
How many Black Sabbath items do you own? And McC, how many Metallica items do you own record wise? Okay, so for me, Black Sabbath items I own every album on vinyl. I own every album on CD. I have a million shirts. I have a lot of Tony Iommi autographs from different points in time. A lot of people don't know I actually did when I worked for Korg. Korg used to distribute Marshall and stuff like that in America, so I got to do a lot of ads, a lot of advertisements, design a lot of ads featuring Tony Iommi, and I got Tony to autograph some of the ads, which I think is really cool. So I have a ton of Sabbath shit. I have Sabbath picks. I have got a lot of shit, and Chris is like, go ahead with your Metallica stuff.
As far as records, I at least probably have one of everything on vinyl, one of every album, every official release. Then I have like random scattered singles and stuff like that and promo shit and one-off things, live things that they made for certain concerts and shit. And then I have just a entire closet filled with rolled up promo stuff, posters, 60, 75 t-shirts that are all in various sizes and wear, guitar picks that I've caught, guitar picks that I found, bought online, print ads, magazines with them on it, every figure, every stupid pop figure, every McFarlane thing under the sun, and I still don't have enough. I need everything. Every time I go to the store, even if I see a single that I already have, $2-3, I just have to hit it. I'm just gonna get it.
So you need
all
one,
the fucking Black Album singles, all the Load and Reload era singles.
You need one of Hetfield's hot rods too, don't you?
Yeah, I want one of his Camaros for sure.
Does he have Camaros?
No, actually, you know what I saw? Yeah, he has a '68 Camaro. Which is pretty sick. I actually saw he has a really nice really nice Mercedes SL. That I was just like, that's pop ahead right there.
Okay, here's an old school IB question. I'm always thirsty more. Did Bill do vocals on Invocation Evil because you didn't have a formal vocalist or vocal duties? Blah, blah, blah. Okay, so Invocation Evil, actually Wallace Milton did the vocals on Invocation Evil. Bill did the vocals on Perpetual Degradation. I also did backing vocals on Perpetual Degradation, and Daryl Wagner from Pyrexia did backing vocals on Invocation of Evil. Very few people know that, but yes, he did some backing vocals on that, and that's really the story of those two demos. So, enjoy.
Wow, Nick Fernandez, are you really booking a show at the Stereo Garden with all those bands? If you got $2,000, we're there, and that's just for me and Chris to appear.
Right? Yeah. And
no,
we won't.
I don't know about the rest of the band.
We won't sign anything either for $2,000. We need like 7 to sign stuff. So.
Sean Bell, yes, he also gave me the Metallica, I think the 86. No, there was the Justice tour, I believe. So it's got to be 88 or 89 with the Cult on vinyl, fucking bootleg.
With the Cult?
Yeah, that Cult opened up.
No fucking way.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was Sean Bell's first Metallica show, and he got me the bootleg vinyl from that because he knows I'm a ridiculously big fan. He actually got me the Ride the Lightning limited edition box set. I haven't even opened it because it's.
But save it.
I'm never gonna open it.
Right. Andy asks, what's Wallace doing these days? Is he MIA? Yes, he's MIA. I talked to Wallace. The last time I talked to Wallace was about 4 years ago. I talked to him on Facebook, and I don't know where he is now. Some people say he's in jail. I just don't know.
Good. Jesus.
Yeah, I don't know.
And
I just
one
don't
of the
know.
2 or 3 members I never met.
Yeah, I don't know where Wallace is. So, we're gonna wrap it up in a few minutes, but we got a little.
Yeah.
it's a news flash. So we've got some interesting news for next week's episode.
We do.
Okay, so here's the deal.
Oh.
We got a big episode next week. All right.
Oh, it's my birthday, guys. Send me stuff.
Not only is it Chris's birthday, we're having a band jam, which we're going to try to stream live, and hopefully Facebook doesn't kill it. Then, after we stream live, we're going to continue the live and have Frank Rini as a guest to join us. So it's going to be next week.
Via Skype or in person?
Via Skype.
No.
It's going to be one hell of a show next week. I hope you guys join us.
I guess I'll be there.
Get ready to ask Frank.
How old do you guys think I'm turning?
75.
Look how bald I am. Holy fuck.
I just like everybody to know that I'm twice Chris's age and I have a full head of hair. Just going to say that. Anyway, so next week's going to be a real special week. Frank Rini, we got the band. We got the band going to be here. So everybody except Steve.
Might be some fucking randos too. So I'm trying to get Sean Kennedy here, Joe Marchese and the fam.
Yeah, we're gonna have
trying to get fucking Frankie Mitz out here. I'm trying to get Jay Liff out here.
Hopefully we'll have a big party next week.
Jerry. Invite them all.
Susan Medellin says you're 35.
I'm 35 right now.
Oh, 1 year off, Susan. 1 year off. Chris is going to be 36. I remember 36.
But
barely.
I remember, what's half of 36? 18?
Mm-hmm.
I remember being 18 and going to internal bleeding shows and you were still in the van. So half of my life.
I was 40 when you were. I was 40.
I've known Chris for half of my life, literally.
That's so awesome. I hope you're going to miss me when I'm dead.
What the hell are me and Kyle going to do?
I don't know. You guys can keep IB going or something.
Steve's a homeowner. Ryan's will be sucked into the Matrix.
Ryan will marry an anime girl.
And then me and Kyle will be left to fend for ourselves with our analog gear.
Hey, Maureen, you know, you can always fly out. I think you're quarantined, though. You can always fly out and hang out next weekend. It's going to be a fun weekend. So, you know, so next week's going to be a great week. All right, we're going to wrap it up. It's 6:10. We're going to do 5. We're going to wrap it up at
King 6:10.
We're going to wrap it up at 6:15. So if anybody else has any questions for the last 5 minutes, and then we're out of here. So
follow our fucking personal accounts. It's right below me.
Let me put the. Do I have it? Yeah. Follow all our social media accounts.
Follow all the IB official shit.
There you go.
Instagram.com/internal_bleeding. How the fuck do we get underscore?
Because internal bleeding's taken and they want like $5,000.
Holy fuck.
So
buy some fucking merch off the IB fucking page, man. Go to the Cold Cut site. Go to the fucking indie merch site. Go to the fucking, what's the other one? Das Merchenstein. What's the German one?
You put me on the spot. I can't remember.
Holy fuck. Whatever the European one is.
They're going to yell at me too. Fuck.
Buy some shit.
Oh, wait a minute.
Follow our fucking personal shit right under here. Follow me on Instagram. Send me some titty pics.
David Campos from the Pitbulls is watching.
Pitbulls gang.
Love you, brother. Thanks for watching, man.
Dallas always holding it down. Shout out to Power Trip. Brother Gil forever.
Remember when last time we played Dallas? Not last time. The time before we played Dallas.
When you guys left my gear at the fucking.
No, yeah, not that one. The one before. And David just brought a fucking whole thing of barbecue with no.
He brought a brisket, just a big old floppy, jiggly brisket in a fucking tinfoil pan,
and it was
with no
so
paper
good.
plates, no napkins, and no silverware.
And it was the
was
best.
Like, here's a brisket, fellas. We were like, thank you.
It was the best.
And we just picked it apart with our fingers. And it was fucking delicious.
Oh man, so. Anyway, we got 3 minutes left, and then we're out of here. I'm going to make some brats. Chris is going to...
I think I'm going to go to Burger City.
Where's Burger City?
It's actually out by the Coliseum. It's a bit of a drive, but it's beautiful out. I made a couple bucks today, wheeling and dealing, so I think I'm going to have somebody else wash my car instead of me doing it in the driveway. So I'm going to go do that right now.
You're going to have somebody
go
wash
out
your
west
car?
and fucking eat some cheeseburgers in the parking lot. And that's that.
Hamed asks, what is your favorite IB shirt? My favorite IB shirt, and Chris can go next, my favorite IB shirt is, we did one shirt that has the lyrics to Despoilment of Rotting Flesh on the back.
Oh, brother.
And the first press of those shirts, has a word spelled wrong on it. And that's my favorite shirt. And it's also, some woman at the post office was behind me and read the lyrics, and she literally slapped me because she was so offended by the lyrics.
Wow.
So that's my favorite shirt. Anyway, do you have a I know it's Born and Bred to Kill.
That's my favorite one. I love
Yeah,
the
I
Born and
know.
Bred to Kill. I have 3 dead stock from 2003. I have one that I wear once in a while. I have the jacket, or maybe even 2 jackets. I have one of the hoodies from that era. I have 2 Thug Squad hoodies from that era. That's my favorite one. I love the Karate Guy one.
Oh yeah, I like that one too.
I actually love the internal bleeding pocket print crab. Just
Oh,
the black and white
right,
one.
right,
I actually
yeah,
wear that on a regular basis. I like the
classic.
one that we made that in green as well, blue and green. I love IB merch, man. Some of the best looking shit ever, dude. That's my shit, man. And actually, a fucking Vietnam vet gave me a hard time about the Born and Bred to Kill shirt. He was like, "What's that shirt mean, son?" And I was like, "Oh, it's just like a heavy metal band." He was like, "You don't know what it means to be born and bred to kill." I was just like, yeah, "I'm sorry that you were tortured mentally in South Pacific."
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I just like this band's T-shirt.
All right, so Chris Stevenson asks, this is a good kind of closing question. What is the story behind the $1 demo? All right, so the $1 demo. We had 4, I think we had 5, late 1991 or early mid 1991. I can't get dates right. We had 4 songs together. We wanted to do a demo. I had a 4-track Tascam recorder, and we recorded a demo. I had a tape. We recorded a demo, and we had no money, and we were like, how are we going to distribute these tapes? You know, how are we going to mass produce them or whatever? It's a rehearsal tape.
Excuse me.
And back in the day, rehearsal tapes were like a thing.
Sure.
People traded them. And a couple of days later, our friend who was like our little roadie guy friend, Pete Rabando, showed up with a case of fucking cassette tapes that he found
Good old Pete Rabando.
at Hofstra Law School.
Nice.
He found them. And these tapes were all lectures, legal lectures about constitutional law and all that stuff. And we're like, fuck it. Let's make tapes. And so we took this whole case of tapes. I think there was like 200 or 300. And I copied the $1 demo with my dual cassette deck. I just copied the $1 demo onto that thing. I made a photocopy cover. And we just sold it for $1 because we thought it sounded like shit. But people liked it. Yeah, it did sound like shit. But now people want it, you know. But it was an awful fucking release. But that's the basic.
It's part of the history of the game.
It's part of the history of the band.
All right,
exactly.
So this was fun, guys. Next week we celebrate my 75th birthday, and hopefully we have a bunch of band members here. Hopefully we can stream live.
Yeah, we will. We will stream live.
If we can make the basement sound good, we're definitely gonna play a couple songs.
If not.
Closing on a high note, Frank Hasler says, who's your favorite death metal band? Dying Fetus or Morbid Angel. I don't know. It's tough. Dying Fetus.
God damn it. Grave or Obituary for me.
Cool. Great answer. Love you, baby.
Love you, baby.
Have a great night.
We love you guys.
Yeah, you guys are sick as fuck. Thanks for watching again. All y'all are cool as fuck, man.
We'll see you next week.
See you next week with
next
hopefully
week
a bunch
is
of the gang.
Next week's gonna be a great episode. So you guys, I need you guys to tune in.
DM Chris for our fucking address and send me some B-Day gifts, man. Send me some edibles in the mail.
Yeah,
I'll
if you
eat
want
them on the air next
listen,
week.
you guys want to send birthday gifts to Chris
That
McCarthy?
sounds pathetic. I'm super depressed and I need something.
Yeah.
Come on, guys.
We got to write riffs. So if you make Chris happy, he's gonna write riffs.
Christ in heaven. No, all right.
So,
I love you guys.
anyway.
Thanks. See you guys next week.
Peace.
Peace. SmokeSesh out.
Out.